Hello and welcome, folks, back to the sports news. Today with us we have Alexa PenaVega, and for this interview, what I wanted to do was talk a little bit about girls going fishing with their dads for Father's Day and that sort of thing. But this is a lot to do with moms doing all the fishing, so it's a great tie-in. And so for Alexa, what we wanted to do was talk about the preconceived notions you might have heard about fishing and boating. Who's leading the family to fun on the water? A recent study that's come out revealed when it comes to family fishing adventures, children are more likely to be on the water with mom than dad. And what would a Hollywood actress know about this? Well, a lot. Here to tell us about her lifelong love of fishing and proof that moms are baiting the hook more than ever is Alexa PenaVega. Alexa, welcome to the Sports News.
Hi there, thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for being with us today. Excited to hear what you have to say. And so tell us about your love for fishing and how that goes way back for you.
You know, it started when I was really little, I think about 2 years old. I grew up in Florida and I had family who lived on rivers. I grew up on a ranch, so I was just always around the water. I used to fish with my grandpa, my sisters. Some of my favorite memories were right off the dock of my grandma's house at the St. Johns River. And for us, for my husband and I, since we both love fishing so much, we really wanted to pass that on to our son. His name is Ocean, so we're keeping with the water theme. We really do love being out on the water. And for us, we realized that a lot of kids nowadays aren't getting out there as much. It's really easy to be, stuck on our phones all day or indoors. You realize that the whole day is gone because you were on the computer or watching TV. But really, we just kind of wanted to encourage people to get out, be more intentional with that family time. If you've never tried fishing before, go to takemefishing.org. They got a lot of information for you. They've actually, so the Recreational Boating and Fishing Foundation, they did this survey, which was incredible, and a whole bunch of moms got together. These mamas are going fishing. I love it. But they got these moms to talk about their mom-approved spots for fishing and boating in all 50 states. So if you go to takemefishing.org, you can see what's the number one on your list in your state. You guys actually are Devil's Lake. That's your number one spot.
I was going to ask you about that. So Devil's Lake is on there right here in Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, that is your number one spot. And if you want to make that number one spot in all 50 states, go to takemefishing.org and vote to make your state number one.
Wow. Okay, so takemefishing.org. Vote for what it sounds like is our best chance is Devil's Lake for here in Wisconsin. Yeah. And tell me this research that you're referring to, the moms and finding out about, of course, that the phones and the computers these days, they get in the way of dinner at the table, physical activities, family time, so all that stuff. So what are, for fishing specifically, what are some of the benefits for recreational fishing, whether it's family or just outdoors activity? Kind of explain a little bit about some of the benefits of recreational fishing.
Well, just getting outdoors, I think, is just super good for you. You get to run around a little bit. It energizes me a lot, and I feel a lot of freedom. But for me, those are the memories that I carry forever. A story that I always tell with my grandpa is that one fish that got away. I was about 8 or 9 years old, and we hooked a huge bass. It must have been, I think it was like a 10-pound bass. It was incredible, and it fell off the hook as we were pulling it in. But it's one of those things that we talk about that story every time we see each other. That happened 20 years ago, yet that moment is so important and special for us, and it was a moment that bonded us and drew us even closer. Fishing, like who would have thought that that's what ties you in? And it's just a beautiful experience to have with your family. If you're intimidated by it and you're not sure about fishing, go to takemefishing.org. They have how-to videos on there, tutorials that really show you that there's not much to be intimidated by. It's very simple. It's not very expensive at all. You can actually buy your fishing license right there on the site. I bought mine in under 5 minutes, and they tell you all the rules for each state that you're in. It's just really user-friendly.
Takemefishing.org, is that right?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna make sure that's displayed. There was the on average as little as 40 minutes a week for kids getting outside and spending time outdoors. what do you think an average, we got about a minute left, what do you think an average fishing trip? What are you looking at? A whole afternoon, a couple of hours?
I think it depends on what you're doing. If you're going out on the boat, you got the whole afternoon. But if you're gonna go on the dock, you can just go out there for an hour and enjoy an hour. You don't need a whole afternoon to enjoy time outside.
Well, thanks for talking about fishing. We've got just a little bit of time left. I want to ask you a couple of questions I've noticed in your bio reading, and brought back some memories for me too. Your roles in the film Twister. That was a big hit. They show that all the time, and every time it shows, I watch a little bit of it. And Spy
Aww.
Kids. I understand you were young back then. You're young now, but you were really young back then. But
I was a baby, but they were
you were
so
a baby.
fun.
Yeah, I think I just
so
said 5
fun.
years old for Twister. But real quick, what projects do you have coming up for Alexa?
My husband and I actually just finished a project together. It's called Love at Sea, and we filmed the movie in the middle of the ocean on a cruise ship, and it comes out on the Hallmark Channel this August.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We'll be looking forward to that. TakeMeFishing.org, Alexa PenaVega. Thanks for being with us today on the Sports News. Get out, get fishing, get outdoors. Thank you, and hopefully we'll have you back again sometime.
Thank you for having me. Have a good one.
Have a good one, Alexa. Thank you.